Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to a private school in Rua, rural Zimbabwe. The year is 1994, and for many, became a year that they would never forget. There had been a series of UFO sightings around southern Africa 2 days prior to the incident at Ariel High School. Several people had reported seeing an orange disc flying in the night sky. Many other UFO sightings were recorded at this time by local UFO researcher Cynthia Hind, including a daytime sighting by a little child and his mother, as well as a truck driver. The sightings at Ariel High School took place at 10 a.m. on September the 16th, 1994, as students were outside for morning recess. The school's adult faculty were inside holding a meeting at the time, and the whole event took roughly 15 minutes. What they saw was shocking, and to this day still makes the witnesses uneasy when talking about it. A metallic silver disc appeared in the sky in the distance, then, with unbelievable speed, hovered above a field just outside the school property. Curious, the children ran towards the object to get a closer look. As they approached, the door to the craft opened, and came forth 4 beings with pale grey skin, large black eyes, black jumpsuits, and small bodies. A typical description of a grey alien. At this point, most of the children ran back to school, absolutely terrified. However, some of the older children stayed and observed the beings for a little longer. They then communicated a message telepathically to give a warning, and what they communicated was almost as terrifying as the encounter itself. They warned, "We are becoming too technologically advanced. We are not able to control or understand the delicateness of our planet, and we will eventually destroy ourselves." They then entered the craft and shot off at an unfathomable speed. When the students returned to class, they informed the teachers of their observations, but they were quickly dismissed. They informed their parents when they returned home. Many of those parents even returned to school the next day to speak with the faculty about what had occurred. Cynthia Hind, a published author and UFO investigator, learnt about the encounter after hearing about it on ZBC Radio, a local Zimbabwe radio station. The next day, Hind paid a visit to the school. She conducted interviews with the children and asked them to create sketches of what they saw. She stated that the children all told her the same narrative and drew the exact same thing. Tim Leach, the BBC's Zimbabwe reporter, also paid a visit to the school on September the 19th to record interviews with students and staff. He later mentioned, "I could handle combat zones, but I couldn't handle this." These are what the children drew. After being questioned dozens of times, the children all described the exact same thing and described the series of events exactly the same. The event took place in broad daylight, and hundreds of people witnessed it. The children are now adults, and even now can remember the day with clarity. Many of them sought counselling after the event, after being so terrified and not being able to comprehend what they saw. This shocking story has been analysed for years, and to this day has yet to be debunked. Those of you who have seen my Westall UFO and my Verones UFO video will understand that on many occasions, extraterrestrial beings tend to typically make contact with children more than adults. My opinion is that children are not aggressive, territorial, or are in any way a threat. It could be that in some way, aliens like the Greys are not malevolent beings, but are actually benevolent, and labeling them as a threat because they are unknown to us is not at all accurate. But anyway, this is just my opinion. Let me know your opinion in the comments below. If this incident was a prank, it would require huge amounts of organisation and acting skills, which children don't typically possess. It is almost undeniable that the children did see something. But the question is, what exactly did they see? I hope you enjoyed this story, and if you haven't yet, consider subscribing, as I upload weekly videos about UFOs, aliens, and the unknown. Thank you.